on that 1 day extra day to just process. So, first of all, disclaimer. Second of all, this will contain spoilers. So, there'll be plenty of time for that. Saturday evening, Saturday morning. And we had Craptin Marvell. Shout out to Marco, he came up with the name. Oh, Craptin Marvell. We'll get to that. Let's just go there. And Alita, Battle Angel, 115. The 2 times interlink and intertwine. Quite good. As I said, I already told you of my plan in the previous video if you saw it. So, yes. I was the first one to show up. Marco, he was at the shops, he was having some breakfast and stuff. So, I was walking into this theater complex. There was an old lady behind me, so, you know, me being a gentleman, I held the door open for her, so, yep, she came, then she was in front of me, offline, so we'll just do some treasure battles as I'm, you know, venting out my apparent upcoming frustration. I don't care if I'm losing, because, you know, I'm talking, and the point about this video is I'm talking, you know, this is just in the background for your enjoyment, for your entertainment, so yes. King of Iron Fist, yes, alright, so we just go Negan, that's it. Right, so, we were at the line, old lady in front of me, old guy, so was besides there, and then they called me, because there were two attendants, and it's like, oh, no, I need more time to decide, you know. Well, obviously I knew what I wanted to do, what I wanted to watch. And I just happened to get a Samsung Galaxy S10, right? Oh my god, and that technology is so damn high-tech now, it's incredible. I've got these wireless earbuds, they came with the phone, separate, they're like $250. But oh my god. Wireless, especially on the I press it and it sounds like a damn scouter, I kid you not, it reminds me of a scouter. Anyway, so I switched it off and I was listening intently, so it just so happened things are just aligned the way that they are or whatever. Oh, okay. Alright. Oh, well, we gotta... She just so happened to want to watch Craptin Marvell. I've not played this in days. And so, I heard exactly... Alright, whatever. Yeah. Whatever. So the attendant... He just yelled out exactly what room she was gonna be in. So once I had that piece of information, it was pretty much set. Oh, this guy. Then I went to the attendant and I'm like, okay, I'll get 2 tickets for leader and that 115 and there was another 345. So yeah, that was all. You know, the leader day was set in motion. Okay, so Marco showed up and met me at the complex and I told him of the plan, but somehow he got confused. Next thing I know, like I told him and sent him a message on the damn thing. Okay, Craptin Marvell will be in Cinema 1. But, next thing I know is I'm waiting outside on the bench, right? Trying to not look as conspicuous. He shows up and he freaking bought a damn Craptin Marvell ticket. And it's like, you know, Cinema 1. Oh, I saw that ticket and that pissed me off, but, you know. But it was a second confirmation, the way he did it, second confirmation of what room the movie would be in. And so I'm like, fuck, like, what the hell did you do? We should have gone to the shops, and I would have explained it to you clearly and properly. Thank God he was able to get like a refund or exchange, right? So he exchanged that Craptin Marvell for none other than a leader, right? Like me, he got the same tickets. And this was like around midday onwards, so yeah, we got time. I have to have popcorn when I go, right? So popcorn, and I put Pepsi, right? A jumbo, right? Because I was planning to last for between the two films. And then it's like, alright, Marco, you proceed, you go ahead. The ticket inspector, the ticket booth, checked his ticket, and then he proceeded. And he just went to walk right into Cinema 1 as opposed to Cinema 4, which was on the different side of where Alita was playing. Me, I took my stuff and I went to the bathroom, right? So, yeah, I always do that. It's a ritual. I go to the bathroom before I watch a movie because, you know, if I have to go, I hold it. I can hold it until the movie's over and then I'll go. Especially if it's a really good movie, you know. I never really walked out to go to the bathroom during the movie. But, oh my god, with this movie, it would be a perfect excuse. And I would literally see kids and parents taking their, I don't know, kids to the toilet. People walking out, in and out, in and out. Anyway, so I went to Cinema 1. Marco was like, hey, over here. So then I sat next to him and I'm like, alright, look, if anything happens or we get busted, let me do the talk, right? So my arguments would be, 1, we paid the same amount of money, $11, right? Either way, you're still making a profit. Your cinema is still making a profit. And I've got popcorn and Coke, so yeah, even more profit for you. And then 2, you know, another ticket. Or I would have pretended I lost my ticket and just have walked out because, as I said, this movie would give you the perfect excuse to walk out at any single time of moment. Alright, there, let's try. Round 2. So, I'm watching it. I already heard the spoilers, you know. I looked up online. I didn't care about being spoiled rotten of this particular movie. But Marco, he doesn't like spoilers, so he didn't know like what to expect going in. Oh. Movie begins, and about a quarter way of the movie, Marco, he just turns to me and he literally says, you know what, I'm bored. I'm finding this like bored. And the reviews I saw the night before, a lot of them were saying the same shit myself and take it in. So I wanted to believe what I heard and saw. Like, I didn't want to believe what I heard. I wanted to see it with my own eyes, especially upcoming shit I'm going to talk about. Alright, so movie opens up. There's, yeah, Carol Danvers, played by literally Tree Larson, and really her performance is really like a wooden plank of wood. Oh my god, like just retarded expressions of emotions, and like even during the fight scenes, like what the hell is this choreography? And she tries to do these snarky remarks that literally remind me of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but in such a unpleasant way. I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Oh my god, when I was a kid I enjoyed the hell out of it, and watching like reruns these days, oh yeah. But she just was like a wannabe Buffy trying to, you know, fight these supposed bad guys, right? Who actually turn out not to be the bad guys. They turn out to be the good guys, and the good guys turn out to be the bad guys. We'll get to that. I just don't know where to begin with this movie, seriously. Alright, at some point, she's like covered by these tentacles, and then
My goodness.
And they allow her to see the person she admires the most. This old bag comes up. Okay. As soon as I saw the old bag, I didn't think much of it. Marco was like, is it me, or does she resemble Hillary Clinton? I'm like, what? And literally, the moment he said that, I could not unsee that for the rest of the movie. And she would appear like in flashbacks and stuff. And, first of all, it turns out that this particular character, Annette Bennett, or whatever her name is, portrayed her. She is literally a sex change of, the original comics. There was a Captain Marvel, or in this case Marvell, that had a sex change, literally. Like, so much so I could not tell if it was a mother and daughter relationship between Danvers or a potential cougar lesbian one. I kid you not. Oh my.
Round 2.
So, yeah, let's just call her Hillary Clinton. She just happened to be, like, revealed through the flashbacks, which were trippy as heck. She was on the run by the Kree, and initially it's believed that Danvers, well, she had a different name of, what the hell was it? Veers or Beers or something? She was part of this Kree, right? So they were like a race. And they literally remind me of weak-ass Saiyan versions from the Broly movie. I kid you not. So they come in confrontation with this other race of, like, green-colored individuals called the Skrulls. And they literally resemble Namekians. And they have a female species on top of that. So if you ever wanted, like, people wondering, well, what would a female Namekian look like and stuff? Well, so there you go, in live action thing. People saw the trailer and it's like, what the hell? They compared it to King Piccolo from Dragon Ball Pollution. The irony. So yeah, these Skrulls fought to be the danger, fought to be the bad guys, right? At some point they kidnap Danvers, and they're extracting her mind. And all these trippy flashbacks occur, right? But all these flashbacks, the way they present themselves, you see her as a little girl, you see her like she's, you know, driving a go-kart against, I don't know, her brothers or whatever they are. And she's like trying to compete against them. But she crashes. She plays baseball and she gets injured or something. A bit when she's grown up, she's like training for the academy, right, to become a pilot. And she's climbing the ropes. And there's nothing but guys. And they're like, you're gonna die! You're gonna fall! And all that. And she falls and this and that. Commanding officer turns out to be a guy. And it's like, you're so pathetic, you're so weak, you won't aspire to anything, right? All this, like, sexual propaganda was strong. The feminazi was really strong in this movie, I kid you not. Like, she was at the bar with another, like, best friend, female of hers, right? Guy comes up and it's like, oh, you know, corny. A lot of it, like, the people were not laughing, they're just so bland. Like, she tried to be funny and tell jokes, but oh my god, no. But believe it not, there was a Stan Lee tribute amongst it all. I loved the opening of the Marvel, you know, theme, right? And it was nothing but, you know, Stan Lee collages. And then there is another tribute. We'll get to that as I'm going through all this shit. I'm planning to go until 4:30, so an hour talking about this crap. So yeah, they keep playing that flashback over and over. The scrolls. It was like, no, that's too far. Go back. Do this. But every single thing they're playing, mostly, is to show that she's against the men, you know? They're putting her down, saying, you won't amount to anything, and she's like constantly has to try to prove herself. Anyway, she breaks free at some point, and yeah, that's the end of that.
Round 2. Fight.
We'll get back to Marvell, right? She meets Marvell on Earth, and they both are like pilots. And Marvell just happened to have the Tesseract, right? Which is the cube thing.
Final round. Fight.
And there's the cat, okay? I was kind of excited by the cat, but after what I witnessed, I hate the living hell out of it. It's not actually really a cat. It's actually something called a flurkin, alien type species that resembles a cat. Literally has tentacles spit out of its mouth. Tentacles eat like others, the Kree, whatever the enemy is. On top of that, it literally swallows the Tesseract at some point given time. Anyway, so this cat, which is like Goose after Top Gun, in the comics is actually Chewie, right? So, you know. I couldn't tell it was male or female. I think it was a female. It doesn't matter what the damn gender is. It seemed to have belonged to Marvell, but it took a liking to Danvers. So, by the flashbacks, it's revealed. There's Jude Law, right? Jude Law, he's playing a Kree, one of like the commanding Krees, right? And he catches up to Marvell. So it literally kills her, and she dies by one blast or some shit. I'm like, what the hell? And the Tesseract is in the dam, in the in the plane. So Carol is in the midst of the whole thing. Oh well, she crashes with it because they were on the same plane. So Carol was controlling the damn plane, and Hillary Clinton was in the back. And then when they crashed, they were caused to crash by, I think, Jude Law, the Kree. So what happened is, once Marvell is dead, Carol takes the gun, literally points and aims and shoots the plane where it carried the Tesseract, and kaboom! The Tesseract like merged and bonded with her, and that's how she awakened the powers to become
Round 1. Fight.
what is known later as Craptin Marvell. So, yeah. The Kree turn out to be the bad guys, and the Skrulls are later revealed, despite being shapeshifters. At some point, like, Carol, she's chasing the damn thing on the train, and this is where we see the Stan Lee tribute. He's like just reading a newspaper and muddling to himself, and yeah, that's about it. And that was the only point where some people just cheered, if anything, you know? Someone went, woo! The other points that anyone would really cheer in this particular movie was the cat, the damn cat, alright? It was comical in some scenes, and yeah. But anyway, so, you see in the trailer when she supposedly punched a damn woman in the face on the train? Well, that turns out to be a Skrull in shapeshifted disguise.
You lose.
Yeah, I don't care. At the same time, you've got Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson, who we didn't even recognize him as Nick Fury in this movie. Oh my god.
Round 1. Fight.
It was so... his character was so lame in this. And they had like this teaser or something that he crashes the car. There's Lawson, right? If you're familiar with the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and stuff. Oh, what the hell?
Round 2. Fight.
He's in it, but then at some point there is the bloody shapeshifter Skrull. So it's not really him. He appears later and he helps them out to escape. Anyway, so he... Fury meets up with Danvers, and at some point they're at the bar, and it's like, prove to me you're not a Skrull. And then she just shoots the jukebox and is like, well, can a Skrull do that? And it's like, Okay, so more sexism is, she finds herself at a location. Biker turns up, right? And he's like, oh, why don't you smile for me, sweetheart? And she's just ignoring him, just like pretending to read the paper and just it. Oh, prior to that, so when she escapes from the Skrull, she crashes on the bloody Blockbuster of all things. Blockbuster. Yeah, that takes you back, right? This was set in 1995. And the first thing she does, she sees a cutout, right?
Let the show begin.
She shoots.
Round 1.
And guess what? It was a cutout of a couple, right? So it was like a, I don't know, married couple thingy. And she shoots the part of the men. She shoots the guy's head off. And the female was like intact. So there you go. More, if there wasn't sexism like symbols before, then you've got even more so now.
Round 2. Fight.
So you got sexism agenda, right? Sex, freaking propaganda, right? So there's political too, because the Hillary Clinton, Marvell, Jude Law, the Kree, literally can be seen as Trump or Trump supporters. Because what? Hillary Clinton was against Trump and they made it difficult for her and she didn't win. A lot of the damn feminazi SJWs, they wanted her to win and stuff. And that didn't happen. Yeah, so he kind of killed her. So it turns out the Kree, the reason they were fighting the Skrulls is because the Skrulls turned out to be refugees, like Namekian refugees. And they were fighting to protect their borders from them. Okay, I can't listen to myself.
Pissing our pants yet?
Round 1.
Why are you wearing that?
Feels good.
So there you go. You got Trump, literally that was after Hillary Clinton, and you've got Trump trying to like protect the borders and stuff, and potentially build a galactical war around the refugees, right? It could be seen as Mexico and whatever, right? Just people of color.
Round 2. Fight.
So, okay, some point, there's that damn cat. And Nick Fury takes a liking to it, and you know, he's like holding it and just cuddling it and all this crap. It turns out that Samuel Jackson himself just didn't like working with the cat or something.
Final round. Fight.
Well, whatever. The actor's different to the character, so you know, there's no argument for that there. But you know, just. Oh, but Twitter, man, I hate Twitter, and this is why my platform I use is Facebook. If I have to vent something, it's Facebook. Twitter, because Twitter, you are so limited to what you can say as well.
Give me strength.
So he just outspokenly like spoke against Trump. So if that doesn't tell you, you know, levels. But yeah, overall the film just so boring and bland that I would just go in and out and daydream. Like Carol Danvers, especially the scenes where she's by herself, she just can't hold the damn screen attention. It's just, you have to have Samuel L. Jackson on the damn screen with her, or the Maria Rambeau, I think her name is. and that holds some level of like attention. There was a little girl in there that she was fine too. It was like Monica Rambeau or something. Potentially becomes Miss Marvel or something later on. So they try to build a relationship between her and Danvers. So Danvers, for she forgot her memory, right? When she received the power, she forgot her memory. But Jude Law Kree, he took her because they wanted to control her, extract the power or whatever, I don't know. They put a restraint on her. So, yeah. But yeah, back to the damn cat.
Round 2.
Oh, the movie. Fury holding the cat on the damn spaceship in the climax. The cat spits out the tentacles, and that's how they bypass the Kree, right? Because Fury's just a human. He doesn't have the bloody superpowers and stuff. Yeah, I don't care. And it's him and Maria Rambeau. She accompanied them because she's like a pilot. So, when that's all said and done, they were going back to Earth. And he's holding the cat. And remember how, if you watch Captain America Winter Soldier, he told Captain America at some point, I trusted someone the wrong way, and I lost an eye for it. It's like, what? Okay, someone betrayed you. Okay, so we find out exactly how that happened. The damn cat randomly just reaches out and scratches his eye. I kid you not. That's how Fury lost his damn eye. The epicness is all gone. This was not Nick Fury, I tell you that. What the hell? We couldn't contemplate what we were watching. It was beyond perception. And at some point, the final battle, she's fighting all against the Krees. And the song I'm Just a Girl plays. And she's beating all their asses, I'm just a girl. And the final confrontation is Jude Law. And it's like, oh, alright, let's put up your dukes and we'll see what you're made of. Because at the start, what happened is like, she's like, oh, let's fight at some point. And he gets like the better of her. It's like, oh, control your emotions and stuff like that. That's how you tap into your real power and all this crap.
Fight.
Not cool.
Instead of her putting up her dukes, she simply, because she has all her powers activated, she takes off the restraints and all this crap, and then just out of nowhere she can fly, she can do, oh, she is the most powerful, you know, more than Thanos, you know, just because she takes off the restraints. And there's no level of surprise too when she does it. No, whatever.
Round 2. Fight.
It just happens. And they ran out of like the budget too. It was just like the flying scenes when she's in space and destroying the other damn ships or whatever, or missiles. It's just CGI. And even Ronan the one from the Guardians of the Galaxy, he shows up on demand from Jude Law. It's that bad I don't even remember his character's name, but yeah. And he launches a missile, and yeah, Danvers destroys the damn thing, and she stands in front of the damn ship, and it's like, okay, time to go. He literally made Ronan run away, fly away, like a little bitch. I kid you not.
Win.
Okay, what are my notes? Spoke about Hillary, spoke about boredom, fist of stupidity. This film almost gave me a damn aneurysm. Just, I kid you not. Okay, we can talk about the Captain America and some kind of retcons. So, the first movie was Captain America. He's known as the first Avenger. But at some point he gets lost in ice, I think, I don't know, for 60 years, and then Fury discovers him. And it's believed that when they formed the Avengers, or the Avenger Initiative, was inspired by Captain America.
Fight.
After Fury loses his eye to the damn fake-ass cat, Coulson comes with all these boxes of fake eyes, and it's like, oh sir, how did you lose the eye again? And it's like, a tree burned my eye out because I refused to talk. Oh my god. Of course, because it's embarrassing to say a cat that's not really a cat caused the loss of your eye. Anyway, he's looking up to start the initiative of the superheroes. And just so what happens, who stands besides the plane is none other than Danvers. And on the damn plane, it actually literally says the Avenger. He got the damn name for the initiative who became, Adventures with Iron Man and stuff. From the damn plane. And the cat, the post scene, the cat just... Fury, I think it got wiped out. It was just a desk. And the cat jumps on the desk and just literally, like a hairball, coughs out the Tesseract. I kid you not.
Fight.
Not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
Oh, Jesus.
Not cool.
So yeah, we watched the entire movie, 2 hours of the worst 2 hours of my life. No one came to check tickets, none of this. Just watched it, and then I finally believed the reviews and the rumors I heard of. Good fucking grief. I was just shaking my head throughout the damn thing.
Goodness.
Just waiting for an aneurysm to come any point in time. But thank God, straight after that, there was a leader session, and we went for that. And she literally saved me. Ugh. So Fury was so downplayed and put down to the point of looking pathetic. Also, Carol Danvers could save him and just look like a badass and just what's the damn word? Not generic. Just unappealing. And the funny thing is, it was so easy to sneak in that the seats were not all full. Like in the front row, there were like a lot of seats. Because, like, if it's a session's booked out, and you are where you're not supposed to be, well, you're going to be like kind of caught out and find out, because you're obviously on someone else's seats. There weren't any seat allocations or anything of that sorts. So yeah. So a rating, it's even a generous 1 out of 10, and the only reason, one, because the Stan Lee tribute. But Stan Lee had nothing to do with this character. So he was disrespecting the great old man himself, who just passed away last year at some point. Just, oh my god. The music. The credits. I had literally like potential Dragon Ball pollution nightmares all over again.
Fight.
The music was corny, the songs were corny, everything was damn corny.
Not cool. Not Not cool.
It just, the plot dragged on, and it's like, it's a miracle they even made this movie 2 hours. There was no character development and none of the sorts. Even when she obtained the full force of her powers, unrestrained powers, just... and then the other one was, the other post-credits was the Avengers team, whatever was left of them. Natasha, also known as Black Widow, Captain America, Bruce Banner.
Round 2. Fight.
Not cool.
They were examining, they found the beeper, right? Of the Fury he called for Marvell. And the beeper stopped, I think, at some point. And it's like, you know, let's find out who's behind, you know, this. Next thing you know, they turn around and there is, you know, Craptin Marvell. And then all she says is, where's Fury? Just so bland. Just, the majority of the lines were just so expressionless of emotions. And when she tried to freaking sound all corny and tell jokes and stuff and try, you know, have chemistry with Samuel L. Jackson, it just didn't work. Like, people laughed or reacted when it was just scenes of Nick Fury by him lonesome, by himself, without her presence at all. There's one point where they took in, there was a dead scroll, and they were talking about, was a journalist, did have a gender. And I kid you not, Fury literally, he lifted the blanket to check to see if it had any genitals. But yeah, the way Nick Fury lost his eye, different to the comics. In the comics it was through a heroic, like, grenade or something like that. It was, let's just say, badass of epicness. And this one, just right at the end, out of nowhere, holding the cat, it just scratches his eye out. And what he says, right? Just reacting from it. Motherflurkin! You know what that's a pun on, don't you? And the scroll, the head scroll, it's like, Fury's like, oh, don't worry, it's just a scratch, you know, it's nothing. And then the scroll is like, no. And that was it. Next thing you know, there's a scene behind the desk. He's working on the initiative. Coulson shows up, and he's got, doesn't have the black eye patch like the pirate. He's got the bandage, right? He's got the bandage covered, like a fine example if you're familiar with the Walking Dead games. If you've seen my gameplay walkthrough, Kenny,
Anybody else want a piece?
when he lost the sight of one eye, he had the bandage before he got the pirate eye. The pirate patch. That, I saw it as worse, such an insult to his character, worse than when Samuel L. Jackson, while he was Mace Windu, lost his hand in Revenge of the Sith. Because at least that had significance. That had importance. Because Anakin, it was symbolic for Anakin choosing the dark side. But this was just beyond pathetic.
Round 2. Fight.
And they thought, oh, make an interesting twist. The ones that were supposed fighting for the Kree are actually the bad ones. And the Skrulls are the good ones because they're refugees and they have families and they're trying to just stay alive. Because at the end of the movie, what happens is after Danvers takes care of Jude Law, She flies off. She disappears for 20 years. Just taking the refugees to another country, not a country, planet and stuff. And she only reappears when the damn beeper goes off. After Infinity War, when literally half the galaxy was wiped out by Thanos with the gauntlet. So, whatever.
You lose. You're not good enough.
Okay. I got some notes. But yeah, I really fear for Endgame because the way Disney has behaved and whatever, they just, at all costs, Rotten Tomatoes and all that, they're trying to protect the living hell out of this piece of crap. Why? Because they plan on Craptin Marvel to possibly take out Thanos, which MCU is gonna be dead. Just fuck it all.
Round one.
I really hope they have there's rumors about contingency plans if this movie flops, in which it should, like, come this week or week 2, it just should drop severely because, you know, majority of people that wanted to watch it have seen it, and word of mouth would spread, and yeah, no one would want to watch it, like, let alone a second time. Oh my god, really, people are that dense and stupid? I admit I was too, but what happened with Vic Mañana and just opened my eyes for the SJW social justice warrior crap, right? And now what happened also with Alita, because it doesn't fit in the SJW, right? Because female empowerment, like Wonder Woman, in my opinion and some others, is the best DC movie they have produced to date. Yes, even more than Aquaman. Now this Craptin Marvel is the complete opposite. Me and a lot of other people's opinions, it's the worst. And the irony is, they only created the Craptin Marvel and stuff. So many retcons. There's like 9 or plus retcons throughout 5-year span, been more retcons than times I've restarted a Pokemon game or a Dragon Ball Z game. More retcons, I kid you not. And they only created it because they wanted her to compete in the levels, reach the levels of Wonder Woman and stuff, like a super heroine. Because you got Black Widow, she doesn't have powers, she's just a human, but she's like a strong spy of an assassin. You got other characters, but they're associated with men, right? The Avengers and X-Men, they're all associated with men. So they wanted a standalone female, right? And Wonder Woman's also associated with men. Batman and Superman. The trio make up the Justice League, the head of the Justice League. Oh, fuck. And people just didn't buy into it. They just didn't want it. A lot of shelves are just full of her comics. Because her character sucks too. And in my opinion, they got the perfect actress to play her because they got similar values and whatever. I told you, like, in the comics, she's responsible for a second civil war, right? Just come Endgame, just kill her off somehow and whatever. Like, or make, I swear, if Thanos humbles the living hell out of her, she shows up and like, where's Thanos? I'm gonna take care of Thanos right now. And then he just beats her or sucks her powers. I'm gonna cheer so hard and so loud, I swear to God. Because Captain America, the true Cap, and Black Widow are the ones that should take him out. I like Iron Man, you know, and Thor, but rather than her, those two. Ah, get fucked. And the true Cap might make the ultimate sacrifice. So it might be Sayonara, Curtains, and Bucky will take over as a new Cap.
I hope your affairs are in order.
And then that merits also for a Black Widow movie, which is what this movie should have been. And then yeah, we should have a true female empowerment stuff. None of this damn sexism, SJW propaganda crap. Because that's how it is in the comics. Marvell was a guy. Always a guy. And only for this movie, they changed it to a damn old cougar. Because that's how Danvers gets her powers, the Marvell. And I don't know if they were lovers or something. They were close, but just a complete and utter disgrace. Ah, whatever.
Final round. Fight.
4:17. Another 10 minutes I'll end it. I think I made my point across or whatever, right? I am so bad. It's so bad I can't even speak clearly or straight. Damn it. I'm so glad I didn't spend a single dime on this piece of crap. Oh my god. All that profit, all that money went to a leader instead. Ah, the irony. But it's so bad that I wish that I did see a leader twice instead. Oh god. But yeah. First time I ever sneaked into a cinema and stuff. So that was like a challenge in it of itself.
Oh my!
And I just wanted to stick 'em up it. Because when I bought the tickets, that's what I did. Just bought them all at once. And Marco was like, isn't that a bit sus or thingy? And I'm like, I look at him and it's like, you really don't give a crap, do you? No, I don't. Either way, I don't. So much so that after like we saw a leader, I told Marco, alright, we're gonna walk out and we are gonna pretend we just walked out from watching that Craptin Marvel. Because I knew later in the evening there were a shit ton of people. There were like people waiting to get their tickets like inspected, people at the buying their tickets, and we went out there all the way walking to the door, blurting out the major spoilers. And of course, the first thing I did was how Fury lost his eye. And I don't know if people took notice or whatever, but I didn't give a shit. I was just acting, doing my part. Yeah, whatever. And I've never done that. I have never done that for any movie before. But yeah, first I wanted to stick 'em up 'em, and second was I wanted to see it so I believe it with my own eyes. But no way I'll give him a single dime, and no way I'm gonna see that movie again. The only way I would see it potentially is like if I have like a future daughter and then like showing her a fine example of not who to be. That's the only way I would damn see it again. Just 2 hours of boredom slugfest. So 9 minutes will end this.
Round one.
Hope you enjoyed. Feel free, dislike all you like, I don't give a shit. I needed to rant. I needed to get my points out there of just the kind of atrocity I saw in this film. Once again, shout out to Marco. The Me Bros let me down. Me Bros kind of disbanded, right? So instead, it's technically the Super Mazvan Bros now. All I can say is thank God he was able to get the damn ticket exchange. Because I saw that ticket and I wanted to rip it to shreds. Just, oh my God. If we had gone to the shops, I would have explained it clearly and properly, but still, the plan was a success. We succeeded and accomplished what we intended to do. So I was fucking proud.
You win. Buddy.
Maruda?
Still there.
Holy god damn, what the hell is a Maruda? Yeah, so feel free to comment, and you want more spoilers that I haven't talked about, just, you know, ask away. I highly recommend that you don't watch this movie, or if you do in some form of capacity, don't give it a single damn dime. Just look up these SJWs. I've subscribed to so many people like as of late, so you'll find out all the information you need from there. Shout out to that Star Wars girl, you know, fine example of a true woman who can see through all this level of bullshit. But you know, obviously what I highly recommend is, if you haven't done so already, at least once, watch Alita Battle Angel instead of this Craptin crap. Watch the two movies. Well, obviously, pay for one, don't pay for the other, and then speak your damn opinions and thoughts. Because I have, so I can. Once again, feel free to dislike away. I don't give a crap. $4.24 here down under. There's just nothing to say. 1 out of 10. 0 out of 5. Hashtag go Alita. Good news about Alita. China has apparently got an extended run that runs to the April 21st. And they've got their own kind of Alita challenge where they're trying to eat oranges that aren't rape, that they got the peels on still, the skin on. Okay, whatever works. But yeah, like the domestic run of things, the total box office sum that I heard is like 380 plus million. Oh, we can get to 400 plus, and that should guarantee a sequel. Then there'll be Blu-rays, you know, the home releases, and that should also contribute. So things are looking up. This is really the year of revolutionary change in the right way, because Disney, like, they're ruining Star Wars. Last Jedi, oh my god. Only now I realized this shit to the point. I liked Rey, but I can see the female propaganda also with her and stuff. If you watch Force Awakens, Din, when he was holding her hand, she was made a big fuss about the whole damn shit when they were on the run. And I'm like, fuck Rey. Two true strong females in my opinion, in my book, you can compare their personality to be very, very similar. Very liked. People love Clementine from The Walking Dead. And now it looks like people all around the world love Alita as well, including myself. So yeah, true female empowerment without the sexual propaganda bullshit. Because Captain Marvel, I thought it would just have sexual propaganda. Next thing I know, someone literally resembled Hillary Clinton. And then from there, it just turned to be a political propaganda mess. Talk about borders and refugees and protecting the borders from the refugees is a dead giveaway. Hey, if you like politics, you're into the damn shit, that's your own life, but you're just a fool of a tool if you're like sucked in and born into this. You watch a movie like, a true movie like Alita, and there's none of this SJW bullshit. There aren't any politics involved. There is nothing. There's just at some point they say guns are not allowed or whatever, you know, punishable by death, but that's it. That's all. That's nothing compared to what I saw. A space. I'm so ashamed to call it even a Marvel movie. A space type movie that really represented the political propaganda of our times. Characters playing other characters resembling. Trump bad. Hillary disgraced to the point of like she was murdered out of the election, you know. And you know, the refugees suffer at the hand of Trump, which I don't agree with. Like what he wants to do, build a wall like around Mexico. I don't agree with that. So yeah, by all means, I'm not a Trump supporter. Hey, I live in Australia anyway. I live here down under, so even here, Australia, the government, all the government sucks ass. But I don't recall ever watching an Australia film unless they based on a politician where there's a political propaganda of an agenda. It's all true. You got nice different comparison. Tree Larson wanted to set up this GoFundMe for disadvantaged poor girls. Let's raise the money of the people, right? So they can come and watch our movie. Oh, nah, not for like fresh, clean clothes and food and shelter. Oh, nah, just to watch the damn movie. Now, Alita with James Cameron or whatever, out of his own money, they literally, they helped to change a little girl's, you know, life. They gave her bionicle arms, you know. Went out of their way. Promotion in a good sense of like promotion. In a promotion that you generally help someone in the process. Brought her to the red carpet, the premiere of Alita, and she was wearing the bionicle arms and all that, and they plan to help other amputees and stuff, you know? So, there you go. Great movie. Great message. It's a movie that's like it's impacting fiction that's impacting reality, the real world. The two are interlinked, intertwined. It's crazy. It's crazy what's going on. And just at some point where in the movie Alita, the audience, they cheer. At the start they didn't. The motorball one, the fire at the end, the thing is just phenomenal. Yeah. Alright, well, this is it. This is the Super Iron Prince just signing the fuck out.